The hardest part of becoming a rising star is not surprising people once. It is proving, match after match, that the breakthrough was never an accident. And that is exactly where Eala stands now. The tennis world may have once looked at her as the fearless young Filipina, trying to challenge more experienced names. But that image is beginning to change. She is no longer walking onto a WTA court with nothing to lose. She is walking on with expectations, pressure, attention, and the belief that she truly belongs. That changes everything. For years, Eala's journey has been described through the language of potential. A promising prospect, a talented young player, a future hope for Philippine tennis. But potential is only the beginning of a career. Eventually, a player has to move beyond being admired for what she might become and start being judged by what she can do right now. That is why her next WTA test feels so important. It is not simply about winning one match or advancing one round. It is about showing that Alex can handle the new reality around her. Opponents will study her more carefully. Coaches will prepare specific plans for her left-handed game. Crowds will expect more. Filipino fans will dream bigger. And every time she steps onto the court, she will carry a different kind of pressure. The pressure that comes when people no longer see you as a surprise. They see you as a threat. For Alex, this is a powerful sign of progress. The underdog role can be exciting because it gives a player freedom. There is less expectation, less attention, and sometimes less pressure. But once a player begins producing serious performances, the freedom disappears. Suddenly, the opponent across the net knows exactly what she is capable of. They will not relax. They will not underestimate her. They will try to take away her favorite patterns from the opening game. That is where Alex's growth will truly be tested. Her left-handed serve can create uncomfortable angles, especially when she uses it to pull an opponent away from the court. But at WTA level, placement often matters more than pure speed. Alex will need to mix her targets, change the direction, and avoid becoming predictable. A wide serve can open space for the next shot, while a serve into the body can prevent an aggressive returner from swinging freely. The key is not always hitting harder. The key is making the opponent hesitate. That small moment of hesitation can change an entire point. Her return game could be just as important. Alex has shown that she is willing to step forward and apply pressure, but against experienced WTA opponents, timing must be precise. If she attacks too early without balance, she may give away cheap points. If she stands too far behind the baseline, she may allow the opponent to control the rally. She has to find that perfect middle ground. Aggressive enough to make a statement, patient enough to stay composed. This next challenge may also reveal how comfortable Alex has become controlling the rhythm of a match. Many young players have the power to hit winners, but top-level tennis is often decided by something less dramatic. Who controls the tempo? Can Alex slow the match down when momentum turns against her? Can she speed it up when the opponent begins to feel comfortable? Can she recognize when to attack, when to defend, and when to simply make one more ball? Those decisions separate a talented player from a complete competitor. Her movement will also be watched closely. On any surface, footwork is the foundation of confidence. When Alex arrives early to the ball, her shots become cleaner, her options become wider, and her aggressive style looks natural. But when she is forced to hit while off balance, the court can suddenly feel much smaller. A smart opponent may try to move her forward and backward, not just side to side, testing her ability to adjust and recover. That means Alex may need to show variety. She cannot rely only on baseline exchanges. She may have to use shorter angles, change the height of the ball, step inside the court, and finish points at the net when the opportunity appears. Net play does not need to become the center of her game, but it can become an important weapon. The more options she presents, the harder she becomes to read. And being difficult to read is one of the strongest advantages a rising player can develop. But this test is not only tactical, it is emotional. Eala is carrying more than a racket when she enters these matches. She carries the hopes of Filipino fans who wake up early or stay awake late just to watch her compete. She carries the pride of families in Manila, supporters across the provinces, overseas Filipino workers following updates between long shifts, and young athletes who now see a path that once looked impossible. For many Filipino supporters, Alex is not just another athlete on the international stage. She represents possibility. She proves that a player from the Philippines can enter major tennis arenas, compete with confidence, and make the world pay attention. That kind of support can can become a source of strength, but it can also become a burden if a player feels she must carry every expectation alone. This is why mental composure may be the most important part of her next WTA test. There will be moments when the serve does not land, moments when the opponent plays an incredible point, moments when the scoreboard creates pressure, moments when the crowd becomes quiet. Alex must be ready for all of them. The strongest players do not avoid difficult moments. They learn how to survive them. They breathe, reset, and return to the next point with clarity. A missed chance cannot become 3 missed chances. A lost game cannot become a lost set. One emotional reaction cannot be allowed to control the next 10 minutes. That discipline will determine how far Alex can go. The opponent, whoever stands across the net in this next chapter, deserves full respect. At WTA level, there are no easy tests. Every player has weapons. Every player has experience. Every player knows how to punish hesitation. Alex may face someone with heavier ground strokes, a stronger first serve, better defensive skills, or greater experience in pressure situations. That is what makes this moment exciting. Alex does not need a perfect match. She needs a mature one. She may have to win points in different ways. She may have to adjust after a difficult opening. She may have to accept that some rallies will not go her way. The goal is not to dominate every minute. The goal is to remain present, solve problems, and keep believing that the match can turn. Because at this stage of her career, improvement is not only measured by trophies or rankings. It can also be seen in how she responds to pressure, how quickly she adapts, and how confidently she competes against players who are fully prepared for her. This is the bigger picture. Alex Eala is moving from the world of promise into the world of responsibility. She is no longer simply chasing recognition. She is beginning to defend the respect she has earned. Her performances are helping Philippine tennis grow in visibility, and every step she takes makes the road a little clearer for the next generation. Young Filipino players watching her may not remember every score, but they will remember the sight of a Filipina tennis star standing on a major court without fear. They will remember the intensity, the discipline, and the belief. They will remember that someone from their country made the dream feel real. And that may be Alex's greatest impact. Her next WTA test could change everything because it could confirm that this rise is not a temporary moment. It could show that she is ready to compete with greater consistency, manage higher expectations, and build a serious place for herself on the tour. But even if the result is difficult, the journey will not suddenly lose its meaning. A loss at this level can still reveal weaknesses, create motivation, and sharpen the next performance. The important question is not whether Alex will avoid every setback. No great player does. The real question is how she will respond. Will she continue trusting her game when opponents begin targeting her strengths? Will she stay aggressive without becoming impatient? Will she carry Filipino pride as inspiration rather than pressure? Will she turn close matches into lessons and lessons into victories? Those answers will shape the next chapter. Alex Eala is no longer entering tournaments as a name people can ignore. Fans are watching. Opponents are preparing. The expectations are growing. And somewhere between the pressure and the possibility, a new version of Alex may be emerging. Stronger, smarter, calmer, and more dangerous. The underdog story may be ending. The contender story may be beginning. So what do you think, kababayan? Can Alex Eala take the next step and prove that she is ready for this new level of WTA pressure? Share your prediction in the comments. And tell us which part of her game will matter most in her next challenge. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for more Alex Eala updates, WTA analysis, and emotional tennis stories celebrating Pinoy pride around the world.